The following journal was recovered from the base of Fire Watch Tower No. 7, Winta National Park on July 23rd. The author, Daniel Hart, age 32, was employed as a seasonal fire lookout. He has not been found. This recording is the only known account of his final days.
My name is Daniel Hart. I have been stationed at Tower 7 for 3 months. The heat is unnatural. 36 degrees every single day. In the shade. The forest around me is dying. Pines that stood for 100 years are turning brown, dropping needles like dead skin. The air smells of boiling sap and something else. Something sweet and rotten, like a peach left too long in the sun. I am alone here. 16 kilometers to the nearest road. 42 to the nearest town. Day 3. I was scanning the ridgeline when I heard it. A cracking sound. Not branches, not dry wood. It was the sound of bones. Slow, rhythmic, like someone snapping their fingers one by one. Crack, pause, crack. I aimed my binoculars toward the sound. Between 2 dead pines in the heat shimmer, I saw a shape. Too tall, too thin, standing perfectly still. I lowered the binoculars. Nothing was there. I raised them again. The shape was gone. But the cracking continued for 20 minutes, then stopped. Day 6. I found a camera at the base of my tower, buried in pine needles, an old Nikon covered in dark stains. A sticker read, J. Morrison, Winta Park, 2019. I had never heard that name. I charged the battery. 3 videos were on the card. The first showed a man in my tower. Same desk, same view. But his uniform was torn, soaked in black. His eyes were wrong, too large. The pupils filled the entire iris. He whispered, 36. It loves 36. Do not look down after midnight. Do not look up before dawn. It does not move. It grows. From the heat, from the silence. The second video was recorded at night. The camera lay on the floor, facing the door. The timestamp read 3:47 in the morning. The door opened slowly. Not from wind. There was no wind. It opened as if pushed from inside. Beyond the door was darkness. Not forest darkness. A different darkness. Thicker. Hungrier. And in that darkness, something moved. I cannot describe its shape. It was a collection of angles that should not exist. Something simultaneously very far away and very close. Something that was watching. The third video was 5 seconds. Black screen. Only sound. Heavy, wet breathing. And a whisper. 36 degrees. It is waking up. I deleted the videos. I do not know why. Fear, perhaps? Or something else? Something that made me believe if I erased the recording, I would erase what was on it. That was my first mistake. That night I heard the cracking again, directly beneath the tower. And between the cracks, I heard breathing. The breathing of something very large and very old. Standing in the dark and looking up. I did not look down. I counted to 1,000. The cracking stopped at 3 in the morning. Every morning, I find them. At the base of the tower, in the dust. Footprints. 6 toes on each foot. Too long. Too thin. Humanoid, but not human. Some prints have 7 toes, The footprints lead to the tower. They circle the ladder, but they do not lead away. I called the dispatcher. No answer. The line was dead. I tried for 3 days. Silence. I considered descending. But descend to where? 16 kilometers of oven. I would not make it. And each morning the footprints were closer to the ladder. I found Morrison's journal, hidden beneath a floorboard I had never noticed. His final entry, August 14th, 2019. 36 days, 36 degrees. It has almost filled me. I feel it in my bones, in my thoughts. I know what it wants. It wants me to descend, to look, to see. Do not look down after midnight. Do not look up before dawn. These are not rules, they are what remains of me. The last crumbs of humanity it has not consumed. If you are reading this, run. Close your eyes and count to 36. Perhaps it will let you go. Perhaps. 36, 36, 36. I went into the forest. I had to. My water was low, and I knew a stream 1 kilometer east. The forest was wrong. I knew this forest. I had spent 3 years here. But now it was different. Trees grew at angles that violated perspective. Branches interlocked like eyes, like teeth, like hands clasped in prayer. The sky was red from wildfire smoke. No birds, no insects. Absolute silence. The silence of a place that has forgotten how to be alive. I reached the stream. It was dry. The bed was coated in black slime. And in the slime, footprints, hundreds, thousands, all leading in circles, all leading back to the tower. I heard the cracking behind me, close, very close. I did not turn around. I ran. Branches whipped my face. Roots grabbed my ankles. I fell. Rose fell again. And all the while, I heard it behind me. Not footsteps. Growth. As if something massive was growing out of the earth directly behind me. I reached the tower, climbed the ladder, slammed the door, sat on the floor, staring at the door. It did not shake. Nothing tried to enter. But beneath the door, I saw a shadow. Not moonlight, not starlight. The shadow of something standing at the door and waiting. It stood there all night. When the sun rose, the shadow was gone. But on the threshold, there were prints, 6 long toes. And in the center, something else. An imprint that looked like lips, or a wound, or a smile. The thermometer broke. It reads 36, always 36, day, night, morning, evening. 36. I stopped eating. Food rotted in my mouth. Water tasted of sweet decay. I drank it because not drinking means death. And dying here, now, with it. I do not want that. The voices started. Not outside. Inside. Inside my skull. Whispers in a language I do not know, but understand. 36. 36. 36. Sometimes the voice sounds like my mother. Sometimes like a woman I loved. Sometimes like Morrison. He says, It does not come. It grows from the heat, from the silence, from you. Today I woke, and the tower was soft. The walls, the floor, the ceiling, all pulsing like a heart. Warm, wet, alive. I lay on the balcony, and the balcony breathed beneath me. I looked down. I should not have, Morrison warned me. But I looked, and I saw it. It stood at the base of the tower, not moving, not breathing, simply being. Its shape, I cannot describe it, a collection of absences, absence of light, absence of form, absence of meaning. But within that absence, eyes, hundreds of eyes, not on a body, in the space itself, all looking at me. And it smiled, a smile without a face. It raised an extension, long, thin, six-jointed, and at the tip, an eye. The eye looked at me, and I understood. It was not looking at me. It was looking into me, to the place where I ended and it began. I heard its voice, not with my ears, with my bones. The cracking become words. 36, you are 36. Now you are part. I do not remember climbing back. I do not remember closing the door. I remember sitting at this desk, writing, and feeling it grow inside me, in my bones, in my thoughts, in my shadow. The thermometer reads 36. My temperature is 36. Everything is 36. I hear the cracking beneath the floor. It is rising. Through the wood. Through what the tower is made of. Through what I am made of. I will finish writing. I will throw this journal from the balcony. Perhaps someone will find it. Perhaps someone will understand. Do not come to Winter in the heat. Do not climb Tower 7. Do not listen to the cracking. And if you hear the whisper 36, run. Close your eyes. Do not look. But know this. It does not come. It is already here. It has always been here. In the heat. In the silence. In you. This is Daniel Hart, July 23rd, 36 degrees. The journal of Daniel Hart was recovered on July 24th. Hart was not found. No signs of struggle. No blood. His belongings remained. The only anomaly was the thermometer, frozen at 36 degrees, and footprints on the floor. 6 long, thin toes leading to the balcony, and in the center of each print, an impression the coroner could not identify. The case was closed, unsolved. The tower was demolished. The park remains closed, but hikers still report seeing it, standing in the heat shimmer, not moving, not breathing, simply being. And those who get too close say they hear a sound, a cracking, slow, rhythmic, like someone snapping their fingers one by one. And between the cracks, a whisper. 36, 36, 36.